Bringing in now Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. So, Judge, does this leave Boeing open to criminal negligence?
Well, the reporting of our colleagues at the Wall Street Journal, which has been extraordinary, would indicate, yes, Boeing, of course, as Jackie so nicely reported, has come back with sort of a ferocious response, as one would expect. So if the reporting of the Wall Street Journal is correct, if Boeing knew of defects and didn't report them to the FAA and didn't tell their customers who bought these jets from them, then Boeing is exposed to civil liability and potential criminal liability. We'll start with the more incendiary. The potential criminal liability is this. You have a duty to report defects. You fail to make the report, and as a result, innocent human beings die. What is that called? That's called criminally negligent homicide. That would mean that a decision was made by some person not to report something that the law requires Boeing to report. The potential civil liability is just as catastrophic for Boeing, because if plaintiffs' lawyers can show that Boeing, by silence, deceived its own customers, they will then ask to remove the caps on the liability per deceased person imposed by the Warsaw Convention. This may also affect Boeing's insurance carriers' covering of this and could expose Boeing to having to become suddenly self-insured on these matters. So we don't know where it's going to go. They obviously have a strong defense, but the Wall Street Journal's reporting is extraordinary and powerful.
Judge, isn't the main question here for Wall Street looking at this is that we're going to see an unprecedented fine from the FAA to Boeing, right? Something that they would have never seen before. We've even seen Facebook set aside over $5 billion, initially $3 billion, for breaking rules. And so is that the main worry for shareholders, or is it that unlimited cap from the civilian side?
I think it's the latter. I don't know what the government's fine will be. It's easier for the government to fine you than for a jury to impose liability on you because the standard is so low. The regulators have so much more authority. On top of that is the president's threats to increase the tariffs on China. So, there's a lot of factors in play here all at once.
I don't know. Did you guys hear just within the past 12 hours that 900 inspectors they're looking to let go and that they want to replace those 900 inspectors with technology improvements? So that's just another side case to announce that during all of this. And I wonder if the CEO should step down. But this is a hypothetical situation. If you were defending Boeing, what would you do to try to mitigate any type of those lawsuits?
You mean if I just learned about it today?
Well, if you were their counsel, their legal counsel.
I would be as open and honest as I can be, which, according to Jackie's report, Boeing has been. Somewhat pushback, but they readily acknowledged what they knew when they knew it.
Right? They were
they were not honest until today, after the Wall Street Journal piece came out. But look, one must assume, there's a fascinating question, K-Parts, one must assume that the truth will eventually come out. And when one assumes that, then counsel advises you to tell the truth from day one. They cannot reconstruct history. Had I been advising Boeing all along, I would have said, report this stuff. Tell the customers.
You don't think they had legal counsel, though, in the sidelines a year ago?
I don't know if they ever talked to their lawyers about
this. Judge, this is Gary Kolpam. I was actually going to ask the other side of the question, somebody going after Boeing. What are the top 3 things they're going to hit them on as far as litigation? And, Boeing, I think, said today something to the effect of they have no clue how much this is going to cost, which means a heck of a lot, I gather.
So, Gary, this is fact-sensitive, meaning a fact finder, probably a federal judge, will determine what Boeing knew and when it knew it, and to the extent of silence or deception on the part of Boeing. The more the silence, the more deception, the more a jury will come down on them. That's pretty basic.
Judge Knapp, it's Jonathan Hoenig. Thanks again for being with us. I mean, look, these crashes are terrible, and your heart goes out to the victims, but air travel is unbelievably safe. Your chances of dying in an aircraft accident are about 1 in 5 million. Your chances of dying walking down the street are about 1 in 500. So aren't these victims and families of these victims going to have to prove that this particular sensor was integral to these planes actually going down?
Yes.
It's a harder case to make than you'd initially think, no?
Yes. So the way it would work is there'd be a bellwether case. One plaintiff with all the power and might of their lawyers and experts against Boeing. And however that one turns out, the courts will assume would be the same for all of the others. Boeing wins that, it's off the hook. Boeing loses that, it's going to have to start selling real estate.
Judge Napolitano, we got to leave it at that.
Muhlenberg's not going to be happy with me, but this is a real mess for them.
Boy, wouldn't you hate to be the mediator in this case?
Oh, he would love to be
the mediator.
All right. Are you listening, Boeing? He'd love to be the mediator.